Hello everyone, welcome back to Capsa, where complex concepts become crystal clear. In today's video, we are exploring the physiological anatomy of the respiratory tract in an exam ready yet engaging way. We will cover everything from how we breathe down to the microscopic units responsible for life itself and more. So grab your notebook and let's dive in. Respiration is far more than just breathing in and out. It's the foundation of life itself. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out, so cells can produce energy. Did you know the lungs actually do not function until after birth? In the womb, babies rely on the placenta for oxygen exchange. Once born, respiration kicks in and continues non-stop until life ends. The rate of breathing varies with age. Newborns breathe really fast, about 30 to 60 times per minute, while adults slow down to around 12 to 16. There are two essential types of respiration you must know. External respiration happens in the lungs, where oxygen enters the blood and carbon dioxide is removed. Internal respiration occurs in tissues where oxygen moves from blood to the cells and carbon dioxide goes in the reverse direction. Both types are equally vital, like two halves of a complete cycle. Every breath you take consists of two phases. Inspiration, when you actively pull air into the lungs using your diaphragm and chest muscles, and expiration, a mostly passive process where your lungs recoil and push air out. It's like a natural rhythm, inhale, exhale, repeating seamlessly and thousands of times a day. Now, the respiratory tract is an intelligent layered system. Air enters through the nose, where it's filtered, warmed and humidified. It passes through the pharynx and then the larynx, which not only lets air in but also lets us speak. Next come the trachea, which divides into bronchi that take air into each lung. Each lung is covered in a pleural membrane with a fluid filled space in between that ensures smooth, frictionless breathing. This pleural cavity can become problematic in diseases like pneumothorax or hemothorax, where air or blood accumulates. Now let's talk about the tracheobronchial tree, the airways branching system. The trachea splits into right and left bronchi, which further divide into lobar or secondary bronchi, then segmental or tertiary bronchi. These bronchi narrow into bronchioles, then terminal bronchioles, and finally into respiratory bronchioles, where gas exchange begins. With each branching, the airways become narrower, but their surface area increases, allowing more efficient distribution of the air. This brings us to the respiratory unit, the very heart of breathing. It starts from the respiratory bronchioles and end in the alveoli, the tiny sacs where oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged. Inside these alveoli are two important cells, type 1 cells, flat and thin, makes up to 95% of the alveolar surface and help with gaseous exchange. Type 2 cells, cuboidal in shape, produce surfactant, a slippery substance that prevent alveoli from collapsing. Without surfactant, becomes difficult, especially in premature babies. The respiratory membrane is one of the thinnest yet most important barriers in your body. It's just zero point 0.5 microns thick, but it's where the entire gas exchange happens. It consists of three layers: the alveolar wall, second, a fused basement membrane, third, the capillary endothelium. This allows oxygen to diffuse into blood and carbon dioxide to move out in a fraction of a second. Now the non-respiratory functions of lungs. The lungs are multitasker. Besides breathing, they help you smell via olfactory receptor, speak through the larynx, protect you by filtering dust and microbes, defend with immune cells like macrophages and natural killer cells, balance body water and heat during the exhalation process, regulate pH by controlling CO2 levels, prevent clots with heparin secretion, regulate blood pressure via ACE or angiotensin converting enzymes, and even produce hormones like prostaglandins and serotonin. Yes, your lungs are a factory of protective and regulatory functions. Your lungs are also armed with reflexes to protect themselves. First, coughing clears irritants from the throat, trachea, and bronchi. Second is sneezing, expels particles from the nasal passage. Third is swallowing reflex, temporarily pauses breathing to stop food from entering the airways. These automatic reactions are essential for keeping your airways clean and safe. So let's wrap it up. The respiratory tract is not just a breathing pipe, it's a complex system that filters, defends, regulates, speaks, and supports the entire body. From the nose to alveoli, from surfactant to reflexes, every component is intricately designed for life. If you understand this system well, you are not just preparing for exam, you are understanding how life is sustained, breath by breath. If you found this lecture helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to Capsa and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our next anatomy and physiology breakdown. Share it with your study groups or class. Help everyone master these core concepts. See you next time, and until then, keep learning, keep growing only here at Capsa.